Callum Rodia, and welcome to Sudbury.com's Person of Interest, where each episode we get to meet some interesting Sudburyans who have a story that's just begging to be told. Now, this is the fourth episode in the series. If you missed the other three, you'll find links to them below this video. It is Pride Week here in Greater Sudbury, so today we're going to visit one of the most important spaces, not just for the LGBT community, but for people like me who maybe just want to go out, have a good time, have a few drinks, dance like fools, and not worry about it so much. A place where everyone can just be themselves. The place is called Zig's. And it is not just the only gay bar in Sudbury, but in all of Northern Ontario. Actually, north of Toronto, this is it right here. So today, we're going to go in, we're going to meet the owners, and we're going to find out what makes Zig's such a wonderful place. Come on with us. I feel naked without my pen. I don't have like my stupid Anderson Cooper thing.
Oh my God!
They did this whole interview naked. The fact that the city's and indeed the region's only gay bar is downtown, is that, do you think, intentional? Or
oh, absolutely. I don't think the bar would survive if it was located somewhere else. The downtown is the place to be for us, and I think most people in Sudbury, although there might be a big controversy about that right now.
It's a bit of a hot button issue right now.
Yeah,
we don't even have time for that one right now. That's a whole other. That's
it is
a whole other story.
Ball game.
Kept her up nights.
Oh. They made the wrong decision. Put that on camera. But yeah, to me,
you got it. It's on the record now.
Yeah, the downtown is where it's at, and I feel like we wouldn't survive if we were anywhere else.
So you have no plans to relocate to the Kingsway or anything like that?
No, we will not be going to the dump.
Obviously, for the queer community in Sudbury, it's really like one of the biggest, most important kind of safe spaces. Right.
I would agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
And I think even though the community and every place as a whole has come a long way in the last 20 years that Sudbury celebrated Pride, I still think that there's always more work that needs to be done and can be done. However, having a safe space for everybody is still really, really important to us. We do feel a sense of obligation and responsibility to the community, and
we like to keep it the safe place as a place where everybody can just be themselves, whether it be gay, straight, bi, like whatever, you know, just come on in.
Tell me about the history, a little bit of the history of Zig's, because I know, I mean, you haven't, you didn't open it yourselves, you kind of inherited it.
We used to be friends with the owners who first built Zig's, and we've only owned it about 9 years now, but it was really important to them when they first built Zig's to give back to the community, and here we are. So he actually did
all the hard work.
Yeah, he actually did do all the hard work for us. So yeah.
And so that was about 20 years ago, right?
That Zig's came to be. It was 20 years ago this month, actually.
I'm kidding. And so it's also the 20th anniversary of Pride Week being celebrated in Sudbury.
And it's no conspiracy, because the gentleman who did build Zig's, it's actually, his name is Gilles Gervais. He did start Sudbury Pride that very same month to go along with his opening of the bar. Being in the nightclub industry is not an easy industry.
We wanted to throw in the towel many times.
Yeah, it's definitely
we're here for the community.
Yeah. And I think perseverance is a big part of that.
So this is one of my favorite parts about Zig's is the gummy bears, the skewers of gummy bears and the drinks. I've spent a lot of time here over the years, and you know, it's partially because I'm an ally of the community, but it's also because this place just has that kind of vibe of being really welcoming and really accessible to everybody, and it's kind of like you can almost just be yourself here, whether you're gay, straight, bi, trans, anything.
The way society should be.
The way society should be. So how have you managed?
Like a big soup of whatever.
There you go. Yeah, it's a great bowl of soup. So how have you managed to kind of create that atmosphere here and maintain that atmosphere?
We try to offer a level of respect and kindness to everybody, and we do expect the same in return.
Exactly. You know, we just tell people, you know, it's an everybody bar. Everybody get along, or you know, or get out.
It is one of our proudest things. That
I think so
it
too.
is such a welcoming place.
Yeah.
People do feel welcome.
We try to make it better. And I think the people that do frequent Ziggs, they're more accepting. They're more, you know, level. No, I can't say that either. But more, you know, loving. So
Sure.
I think that there's less problems at the bar.
There's less conflict, maybe walking in the door.
Yeah.
Right,
I think
then
it
you might
takes a
get
certain
elsewhere.
type of person to even come through the door if you're
And
not
once-
maybe gay.
Sure.
Yeah. Once they come through the door, usually people are fine. But it's
like-
to
And then
come
they
through
come
the,
back.
and then they see, you know, like it's not just gay. You know.
And for me, I feel like our customers like yourself, our allies are very, very important to us. I think that they kind of bridge the gap in helping us spread the word that, hey, we are normal individual human beings, and we do love and we do bleed the same as everybody else.
When Ziggs opened, from then till now, how have attitudes in the community, you think? How have those attitudes changed over time towards the community, towards, you
They've
know...
progressed a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like being a woman in the lesbian community or gay community is a lot easier than, let's say, being a gay male in the community.
I completely agree.
So
Why do you find that?
Well,
Oh,
because if we were to go to a mall, let's say, we could hold hands, I feel, without having the stigma or what would you say, like the hostility of all these, you know, stares or whatever. And I've done it, and we don't get that. But I think for a man, it's not as easy.
Do you think people are still intellectually, they're still going, okay, they're a gay couple, but...
or their sisters.
Or their sisters,
Or I
right?
think society's been like that for a long time.
Okay.
They have been.
It's male dominated, right? They
Right.
kind of sexualize the whole two female thing where,
Sure.
you know, where if it's two guys, they can't comprehend that.
Right.
And I did mention that other bars are accepting and open, but I don't think you could probably go to another bar and express public displays of affection and it not be a problem.
Yeah.
I know for a fact it is still a problem. So, you know, there's always work to be done.
And we, like, what I found, like, when we first started, was I found that our community gave us a hard time where it wasn't gay enough anymore, and it wasn't, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but now I find that everything's coming together, and they're realizing we're not trying to take the gay away. You know, we're trying to involve everybody as a community and, like, be more inclusive.
Trying to broaden the gay a little
Yeah,
bit.
broaden the gay.
Sure.
we want fairiness for everybody.
I feel like the new generation may be a little bit of a step ahead of us in that category, where they
Hopefully,
don't worry
yeah.
so much about sexualities and genders, and they're more open and
It's a little bit more
accepting and
fluid,
loving.
a little
and-
less emphasis on
We
definitions.
do teen
and-
dances still,
Yeah.
and we
We
can
see
see the
that.
progress
Yeah.
with them. They're just so different, you know. I don't want to reveal our age, but we were around 20 years ago when this bar did open.
Sure.
And when I was a teenager growing up, I don't remember ever going to school with or even having the option of being gay or
Oh, God,
transgender.
no.
None of that stuff
Right.
even existed. So,
Right.
I mean, it's definitely...
And if it did, it wasn't talked about. It
No.
was, you know.
It wasn't talked about nicely.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Well, I don't want to reveal my age either.
Yeah.
But I feel like my generation very much is the generation that's kind of become awakened to all of the different types of people,
Yeah,
and kind of and really has kind of gotten on board with that idea. But the generation under me and generations even are kind of the first that have just kind of been born into a world where this is all just kind of out there and natural,
Yeah.
and it's just there, and
Yeah.
so there isn't that same kind of learning curve.
And not even just the gay thing, but the sensitivities to people as a whole, right?
Yeah, just people
so it's
as
really
as
accepting
individuals
differences.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
really,
differences.
it's really an
Sure.
interesting concept.
Yeah. How important is Ziggs to the community? Like, if Ziggs did not exist and it never had kind of existed,
geez, I can't imagine.
What do you think? Like, where would the community be now?
They would be elsewhere. They would be at other bars. It wouldn't be as comfortable. It wouldn't be as accepting.
I'm not going to say we don't even have problems with stuff like that
But
here.
I think we
pay
handle
attention.
it good. And if,
Yeah.
like, let's say we've had a few instances where people have been gawking at other people, and you can tell they're kind of laughing. I'll just go up to them, hey, this is our place. You know, we don't mind you looking. We don't mind you questioning. But if you're going to, you know, continue this kind of behavior, you're going to have to leave.
We try
And
to
usually,
pay close attention.
they're really good.
The way you talk, you're almost like less of bar owners, business owners, and more almost parents.
Yeah, it does feel like a
It-
babysitting
Yeah.
service of some sort
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And we genuinely do care about these people
Clearly.
that come here. We've known them a very, very long time. And
And
especially
it feels like that too.
Yeah.
I feel like this sense of
we
responsibility
do. And the youth
commitment.
are very important to us and they look up to us. And, you know, some
Yeah,
of
they
them
do.
come here from the time they're 19 to now, right? So we've seen them progress. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so this is the dance floor. I know this part of the bar particularly well. Is there like a theme song for Ziggs? Like if there was one song that you play that like kind of encapsulates Ziggs, do you have something like that?
We probably have a few, but I think this one, Kesha, would probably be the one.
Kesha. Nice. Nice. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's the perfect theme song for Ziggs. I love it. You know, certain incidents have certainly impacted the community at large. I'm pointing specifically to the massacre in Orlando.
Yeah.
Which
over a year ago.
Which was just over a year ago. I remember, it was kind of in the week or two leading up to Pride
Yeah.
Week here last year. I remember there.
It gives me
the-
goosebumps. It makes us feel very vulnerable.
Yeah.
At the time, it was a horrific,
Yeah.
sad thing that people just want to go out and celebrate, and that could happen to virtually
any
anywhere.
of us
Yeah.
at any time, and it just the thought of that, you got to close that off.
Sure.
But for a while, it's like that was all in our heads. Like, okay, who's gonna walk down the stairs?
I shed a lot of tears over that.
I
Yeah.
can imagine.
Yeah, as a
Absolutely.
club
I mean,
owner, you
especially as a
can't-
club owner.
Yeah.
I imagine it would have really. I mean, it
You do
resonated with
feel a
everybody. But if
responsibility.
you do already feel that responsibility, and this is that safe
And
space.
nobody should die nobody should die at all in my books. But
Sure. Has it changed, you think, the way people interact with Ziggs or with other, gay bars, these kinds of safe spaces? Like,
I think it brought things closer.
I would say too, and it brought a new level of appreciation for
Yeah.
other people, I think.
Like for me personally, there's so many labels, and you got to fit into a box, into a box, into a box. Like, I don't give a shit about that
Yeah.
stuff.
We really are
people
trying
are
to
people.
get away from it.
Yeah.
Not being not a gay bar,
And
but
I
just
know a
not
lot
worry
of
about
people
it.
won't
Sure.
agree with us there, but
Yeah.
we just want acceptance for
Yeah,
everybody.
we just want a welcoming place
regardless
to have
of
fun.
what you
come
consider
together.
yourself to be.
Is there a dress code at Ziggs?
Hell no.
Pants, preferably.
Yeah.
Pants are required.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
shoes are required, no pants.
A lot of times, like people will be on the dance floor and it gets kind of heated
Yeah.
up there, and the shirts come off, and people are really shocked when I go up there and I'm going, "Excuse me, you got to put your shoes on." They laugh because like the people are going, "What? You're not telling her to put her shirt on?" No, you got to have
There
your
could be
shoes
broken
on.
glass on the floor. There could be,
Exactly.
right?
Boobs don't offend
We
me.
want
Yeah.
you to feel comfortable
Yeah.
wearing whatever it is
Sure.
you're wearing and the
Yeah.
skin you're in.
Yeah.
Do you ever envision a time when gay bars won't necessarily exist? When you won't have gay bars?
I hate to
when you
say
won't
it.
have gay villages? It'll just be.
With only gays in the village.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. In all honesty, I'd like to see it so
Yeah.
that we didn't have to have a place like this.
Ideally speaking, everyone should be able
Yeah.
to go wherever they want, whenever
We
they
And
want.
be
like
whoever
that
they
this
want.
place
Yeah.
exists, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't be that just. It should just be.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
you're
we
safe everywhere and
Yeah.
not only in this place. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good job.
Great. All right, that brings us to the end of another episode of Sudbury.com's Person of Interest. Thank you so much to Evie and Tammy for showing us Ziggs, one of my favorite spots in the city, and thank you so much for watching. Now, if you have an idea for a person of interest, get in touch with me with Twitter or with email, and keep checking back to Sudbury.com for more brand new episodes in the weeks to come. For Sudbury.com, I'm Callum Rodia.